Few parts of the school's workforce have seen more change than support staff. The workforce remodelling agenda, extended schools, and even the freeing up of teachers' time for planning, preparation and assessment have all had a big impact. It's meant a radical rethink of roles.
It was a bit daunting because I thought, is it really a woman's job? As you do, you think, because there's a lot of sort of putting shelves up and things. I thought, no, I think I can possibly do this.
In some areas like catering, new thinking has caused a minor revolution.
Instead of saying you're providing children with food, we were providing customers with high quality food, and that was the big mindset change.
And old roles like a traditional caretaker have changed almost out of recognition.
Some challenges are quite daunting, but I think if you meet them head on and get stuck into them, I think you can do it.
This programme takes a look at how you in the wider workforce are dealing with change.
I'm site supervisor at Kingfisher Primary School. I've been here 9 years at the school in total, but 4 as site supervisor.
Carol's job is to help manage the school's buildings, including a brand new centre which is used for a number of school and community activities. Much of her time is spent troubleshooting and problem solving.
It's the National Blood Service request. Can they use the Hepworth Centre to do, a drop-in session really for parents? They just wanted us to OK it a little bit further with Sue and Judith. And if you come, it's the logistics of the furniture and moving things around between sessions. Is that OK?
Yeah, that's fine.
Great, thank you.
Carol works closely with the school's business manager.
When I first took over as site supervisor, it was a case of the school wasn't as big. We hadn't got the porta cabin, so we were actually going into the extended schools at that time.
Betsy's going to work out a timetable to fit around your sessions, if that's OK. Carol will negotiate about which furniture we move.
Carol's role, we've had to work with her as it's expanded with the extended schools role. There's a lot more happening in school. There are weekend activities, after-school activities, a whole new separate building to manage, to check security, health and safety issues, electricity, everything that needs dealing with in a building. Carol's role has just grown and grown. There's always a danger that somebody so positive, so willing, so enthusiastic can be put upon. So Kim's always very keen that negotiations with Carol go through her as Carol's line manager, and other people aren't forever asking Carol to do favours.
David, it's Carol from Kingfisher. Good morning, I know. Yeah, a slight problem. Now, the heating this morning, we've had Pete Goring out to check the optimisers, and he's changed it for us from 8:15 until sort of 3 o'clock, I think, so coming on at 8:15. But it's changed back itself to 5:30. I feel like I've got a bit more responsibility now, which is good, because I can handle it now, whereas I think going back to the early days, I'd have been a little bit not too sure sort of thing. So I don't have to sort of run to Kim for everything, but Kim's aware that once they've been and I deal with that, then I'll fill Kim in and I will go and tell her, everything that's going off, so she's updated even if she's not there. Right, so basically, showing on here, it said yesterday, last start 1:30, but it's supposed to have been changed to 8:15, get up to temperature for, there look, last start 4:50, next stop 13:30. It was a bit daunting because I thought, is it really a woman's job? As you do, you think, because there's a lot of sort of putting shelves up and things. I thought, no, I think I can possibly do this. So I tried it and it was fine. It's sort of like, it'll come on at 5 in the morning and sometimes it's setting an alarm off. This was the problem we were getting. Yeah. It was like kicking in. The blinds were blowing in school, the alarm was going off. I was out every sort of night because of the heating. And I've learned quite a lot. I think I've got more confidence than what I had. I think actually meeting people on site and being able to liaise with people now gave me a big confidence boost. It was like something I needed. So yeah, and it's taught me quite a lot. Things that I didn't know. I can put shelves up now. I can drill. I can do all these things. I don't really need a man, sort of thing.
School dinners have not only been a political hot potato recently, they've been a massive challenge for catering staff. The role of a dinner lady now seems almost quaint and old-fashioned.
Children are different these days. They do have their own money, their own independence, and they do have their own opinion. And I think the dinner ladies now, or catering staff, are aware of that. It's not just they turn up, make a dinner and dish it up. We've got to give the students what they want to eat, otherwise they won't come and buy it. And they have to be treated like customers when they come in as well.
Nadia works as a catering and conference manager at South Hunsley Secondary School near Hull. She's been in the front line of introducing school meals, which must not only be healthy, but also appetising.
When Nadia came in, she had to actually radically change the approach to school meals because instead of saying you're providing children with food, we were providing customers, and that's children and external customers, with high quality food. And that was the big mindset change.
To help get the pupils interested and involved, Nadia frequently consults them on menus and eye-catching initiatives for increasing take-up.
So I thought we'd talk today, they want to talk about the theme days, and what did you think, how they've gone so far?
I think they should be advertised better.
Advertising better?
Yeah.
What about, have you got any ideas for new ones that are coming up? Is there anything you'd like to see?
Yeah, we wanted to do American Day.
Okay.
With like burgers and chips.
We meet every half term with Key Stage 3 students. We've been trying to introduce the theme days that they've asked for, and just to get a bit of feedback on what they thought, and just to try and get a couple of other their opinion on the quality of the food. And we've got the St Patrick's Day today. Have you seen that one?
Yeah, there was a few. It was on the bulletin board outside of my head of years.
Yeah, it looks really nice. Well done. And we're running St Patrick's Day today, which is one of the theme days we've been running at the students' request. It's going really well at the moment. I think the steak and Guinness pie is going really well. How's it going then? Okay. I think when you're working in a school, I think it's everybody's role to educate the students in one aspect or another. Mine is just with their healthy eating and educating them, and it makes it more fun. When they're coming in and having a meal, it's not just a meal, we're actually teaching them something about St Patrick's Day.
I mean, I go into the dining room every day and I look forward to what I get excited. By 11 o'clock, I'm wondering what I'm going to have for my dinner. I've never had that in a school. You know, usually I've avoided actually having a school meal. Now I'm getting excited and I almost want to look at the menu before I get in there.
When I first came for the job, it was quite daunting. I'd never done anything to do with education before. I think without the support of the school and the senior leadership and the head, I think it's very difficult for catering staff and other support staff to work in a school. And you have to be an integral part of the school, otherwise it doesn't work, I don't think. I don't think it would work.
Nadia has regular meetings with the leadership team. Today she wants guidance on how far her team can go in imposing discipline in the dining hall.
I think that was their main concern, was about the students' behaviour and were they allowed to say to them that they couldn't come into the dining room. It's that I suppose we've got to establish whether we can say no, you can't come in the dining room, or whether it's just a detention. Yeah. The meeting was with Mike, he's one of the senior leadership staff, and he helps us out with the lunch times, dealing with the students and organising cover on a lunchtime for supervision. And he's working with us at the moment to give some basic training to the catering staff on how to deal with any behavioural issues with the students.
We'll do the session tomorrow, and then it's feedback and ongoing issues, and if there's issues, we'll do a series of assemblies on it. We'll get the posters sorted out for the canteen areas. We'll work with your staff on it, and then it's just keeping tabs on it, really, see how it's going.
I think it's very important in the school, for not just for the staff but for the students as well, to see the support staff treated, I guess, in the same way as they do the teaching staff. The teaching staff obviously have a different role to us, but we're there to support them, but work with them, and we're obviously, and as long as the communication is there, things can progress quite well. And it gives you the confidence then as well, it makes you feel valued, I guess, at work, because you know that you're respected and your opinion is, and I don't think you're doing a good job, and that's really good. It's important.
Well, up to 3 years ago, my daily routine was quite, in a way, it was quite sort of like boring, really. I was a traditional caretaker, you know, go in the morning at 6 o'clock with a bunch of keys, open the school, do a spot of cleaning, and then mid-morning go home. But it's changed a hell of a lot now, you know, it's changed a bit better, really. OK, when we're ready, we're going to go out to the minibus, all right?
Kevin Crampton's role has expanded way beyond the confines of a traditional caretaker.
We all took a test. There was myself, 2 office staff, and we took a test for the minibus driver's course. and all three of us passed, and we've been doing it about probably 2 or 3 months now. Yeah, we all enjoy it. It's nice to get out and about and drive kids around. Right, how many have we got in class today? Just sit still, I'll count you. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18.
A personal passion for football has now become part of Kevin's job. He coaches pupils when teachers are undertaking planning, preparation and assessment duties.
Well, when I came here 3 years ago, I had a leaflet sent to me asking if I were interested in football coaching. And being with the football all my life, I found it fantastic. You know, opportunity were great, too good to turn down. So I completed my level 1 certificate, and I'm just in the middle of doing my level 2 at the moment. And we do a range of sports. It's football, hockey, rounders, cricket. Right, the commands have changed this time again, all right? Number 1, touch the floor with both hands.
The benefit of having someone like Kevin delivering PPA is that, first of all, Kevin's got his own particular skills and expertise in a field, i.e. football. He's already employed in the school. He knows the children, he knows the school, he knows the staff. So we already have within our midst a person who is well suited and able to do a good job.
Well, around about this time of day, just open this pedestrian gate just to let parents in to pick the kids up. And then after that, it's back into school. We've got a meeting planned to discuss maintenance. That's with the head teacher and one of the teaching staff as well. So we're just going to pop in there now and discuss matters.
First of all, I want to say thank you to you for coming to the Governor's meeting. You know, when you came to the Finance and Facilities meeting,
yeah.
And you're able to go through the list of, I don't know, jobs, what's outstanding and sort of all that kind of stuff. So I really appreciated that, Kevin. You know, Kevin, on the refurbishment in the classrooms in classes 13 and 14, did you think that was a good job?
I thought it was a good standard, yes.
Because we've got 6 more classrooms there to do, haven't we?
There's 6 more to do. The work they've carried out has been quite satisfactory, but we did get other quotes as well. I've grown to sort of like get more knowledge about everything. I've sort of like, you know, grown more confident really, I suppose. Some challenges are quite daunting, but I think if you meet them head on and get stuck into them, I think you can do it. The resurfacing, we've had an extra quote for that as well. Hilltop surfacing have put a quote in, and I think really we ought to have a look at a couple of car parks they've resurfaced first. I think that sort of role as caretaker, you know, a middle-aged chap walking around with a brown coat, I think that's going out now. And I think you're more in tune with the children, like you're more approachable, the way you dress as well. You know, and it's a good thing really. I think like gone are the days where, like I say, a caretaker goes around with a bunch of keys, just opening and locking doors. I think them days have gone now. The more involvement I've got with kids, the better, really. I mean, it's a good bond we've got. Free kick.